Good, good. What can I do for you?
Yeah, so basically, right, I have a girl, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, this is just it's just a question. It's just a simple question, and then I will leave. But do you think it would be ideal? Because I'm going. I don't know. In America, it's called college, but yeah, I'm going university soon, and then basically in like a month. So I'm just asking, do you think it would be like ideal for us to still be together, or like, or should we just end it? Because I do want to make it work, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I can do a long distance type of relationship.
Got you. What would the distance look like?
Um, I think it's like 2 hours away, 3 hours away. Yeah,
Like a 2 to 3 hour drive?
yeah. I'm guessing. Yeah.
Okay. What's like your reasoning for like why are you apprehensive for long distance?
Look, I never really tried it, so I don't know if I will be good. Doing. I just don't know how I would be in that type of situation. So I'm not
Got you.
sure.
Got you.
Do you understand?
How old are you two?
I don't. Pardon?
How old are both of you?
Oh, we're both 19.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And how long would you be in that situation where y'all would be long distance?
Basically 3 years.
3 years. Gotcha.
Yeah.
How long y'all been together?
Uh, like 6 months, I think. Yeah, 6 months.
Okay. So you don't really know what the problem would be. You just never done it before. So
Yeah, like I'm scared that I might do something or she might do something. I mean, nah, actually, no. I know myself. I know I wouldn't do
okay.
it, but
Okay.
I don't know. I don't trust girls 100%. How am I supposed to know that she's not gonna do it?
Gotcha, gotcha,
You see
gotcha,
what I mean?
gotcha. I hear what you're saying. Okay, that's what I was trying to get to, like what actually was holding you back.
Yeah,
Generally, man, as a general rule in life, you don't want to make decisions coming from a place of fear.
yeah.
So you just say, I don't trust women. Why don't you trust them?
Because like they're known to cheat more than men. I don't know if that misogynistic. I'm not trying to be if that's the case,
I
but
get it.
from what
Where
I've
like
seen from my friends and in, like just in life, that yeah, that's the case. I'm not saying I've experienced it because I haven't, but
right.
I don't want to. Do you
Gotcha.
understand?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. So that's more of a vetting issue, not gender issue, right? So you'll hear a guy say, complain that all women cheat, and then you ask them how he met her, and he met her like at the club, or he met her through taking her from another guy, or he met her on social media where she's like posting hella thirst traps trying to get attention from other men. You see what I'm saying? And the opposite is also true. You'll see women claim that all men cheat, but then you see the type of men that they choose, and it's like, well, that was kind of, yeah, they showed signs they would do that kind of stuff, right? So it's not a gender issue. Both men and women both cheat, right?
Yeah.
Like if I was to talk to a woman right now, if she was to ask me the same question, she probably would say like, men are known to cheat. Do you know what I mean? It's just the people that we're choosing. Like a lot of people don't put a lot of thought into the character of the person they're dealing with. They just know they like the person, they're attracted to the person, so they decide to be with the person. You catch my
Yeah.
drift? They're not thinking about like what type of person is this. And when you start thinking about what type of person is this, you start to make better decisions on on who you decide to share your life with. So with this woman who you've been with for 6 months, like what's your read on her character?
No, I think she's a good person. I like her. Like she's very respectable. Like she has all those like good traits. I mean, the only thing that's I don't know. I don't. I guess it's kind of weird to me that is that like we're in a relationship and she's still posting herself on social media, but I don't really pay too much attention to that because
Posting
at
herself
the
in
end of the day,
what
she
posting herself in what way?
by just posting her face, like taking, basically thirst traps. Yeah, but it's not like she's showing her body or anything. It's just her face, so it's not.
So
It's not that
how is
deep
posting
to
her face a thirst trap?
because she's posting her face. Like she's attractive, so
Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like posting your face isn't that like a way to like gain attention
So
from men.
what is she supposed to post?
You don't need to post.
Okay. So your perspective is you don't need to post on social media at all.
I mean, no, you can post like like I don't know, for content, I guess. But if you're posting just for like based on attraction, then obviously you're gonna attract, the opposite gender.
Right.
Isn't that the case?
Right. So that's true, but attractive people are going to be attractive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So
know.
so if somebody was posting like sexualizing themselves, posting their body, stuff like that, you would have a point. Posting her face is just what a typical 19-year-old woman is going to do. Right?
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
just
well,
what.
I didn't pay that much attention to it. So
Right, right. I'm just giving you perspective because you're young, right? So it's like,
yeah,
and I know it's confusing nowadays. I don't want no one in the chat to judge you, but it's like, it's confusing because when you get online, you see like a lot of black and white rules around things.
yeah,
And then your friends are also watching the same material, likely. And it can make you come to false conclusions. There's a lot of nuance that's missed with this stuff, right? So the first thing is if someone is going to cheat, they're going to cheat. Being in a long distance relationship is not going to change that outcome. You see what I'm saying? Like if
yeah.
someone is going to do that, it's not hard to do it, especially for women. Like it's just not hard for them to cheat. They're often desirable. A lot of men are going at them. They don't have to put a lot of effort into it. As a man, will probably have to really try, generally speaking, right? So if you like have this mentality, that's why I'm trying to address the mentality. If you have this mentality, it will prevent you from being in any relationship, let alone one that has a long distance factor to it.
The mentality that I have now.
Yeah, the mentality around,
Okay.
well, mentality meaning like the assumption that you're making,
Yeah.
which is women tend to cheat. No, it's like a certain type of woman tends to cheat, just like a certain type of man tends to cheat. So what you want to do is observe the person you're dealing with and make an assessment of their character, right? Because there are certain people, like you just said, you know yourself, you wouldn't cheat, right? So there's women out there like you. So you want to assess for that. And if there are women like there who are out there like you, then a long distance connection is like 2 or 3 hours away is not that big a deal.
Okay.
That's a drive, right? Like that's not something like if you told me that for you to see each other, you had to take a flight at 19. Okay, but then I would be like proactively end it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to address the mentality first because we want to address that so that it doesn't fuck you for your entire 20s.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because if you already think that, like a lot of these guys that you hear who are propagating that type of belief, they're a lot older than you and they got their feelings hurt by somebody and they can't get over it. So now they try to share this to all other men out there because misery loves company.
Okay.
You feel me?
But
So I would encourage you to get your own experience.
own experience with.
Right, because you just said that you've never dealt with that, right? You've never dealt with cheating. So the worst thing you can do, brother, is to look at what some other motherfucker went through and then base your life decisions off of his story.
Okay.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Go out there and get your own experience. Go out there and see for yourself how this shit works and then come to your own conclusions. But at the end of the day, it's going to be cheating does happen. What the fuck is going on? Cheating is going to happen. You can't necessarily prevent it. The only thing you can do is make an accurate decision on, or your best decision on who you're going to deal with. So if that's the main thing holding you back from doing long distance, I would say that's not a good reason. Okay. So what you could do is there's no reason to proactively end this connection. You can instead try it, and if it doesn't work for you, then end it. But don't end it off of a fear, right? Do the long distance, try it. If it doesn't work for you, you don't like the experience of it, then end it. Just don't try to anticipate a bad outcome based off of like what you've seen other people go through.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem, brother. Best luck to you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
What was that? What's going on, man?
Hey, so I've been going out more, and most like a couple of the women, I saw the two different women, and they were both older than me, and both kind of like the first one, it ended off, it didn't go anywhere, right? Like that's kind of normal, like it's
Right.
no big deal. The
Right.
second one, it like this girl, like I didn't know what to do, and it felt like she didn't know what to do. Like I shot my shot, and then like I told her, hey, like you're really cool. Let me get your number or something. Because at the time I was working on this project.
Right.
And she's at the campus where I'm going to be working on that project at.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like at first, like whenever I told her how old I was, she was like, like there's an age gap, and I'm like, okay. And she seemed hesitant,
Okay.
and I don't really know what to do because I'm noticing that it's like I'm 25, right? So if I go down, the women judge me for it. Like I get like people think it's weird, right? Because like my whole thing is like, what is it? Like I've heard people say like if you date lower, like people, if you date younger, then like it's kind of easier, right? Because people view you in a different way. Like it's like, oh, you have your shit together, and I do have my shit together, right? But my rule is like 20 and up. But even then, I still notice the differences. People who are wondering why I named my account this is like my lurk account. So
Okay.
it's like that way I'm not like
Right.
it's like
The voice threw me off at the beginning. Like I wasn't on my face, but it was a little shocking.
You got caught off guard.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
my lurk account, my bad, y'all.
You're good. You're good.
But basically, like with the last girl, I asked her for a number. Like she started giving it to me, and then she stopped, and I was like, "Do you want to give me your number?"
Okay.
And then she just like she didn't say yes, and she didn't say no, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Right.
And
Right.
so then I just stopped, and then I'm waiting on my Uber, and like I'm leaving. I'm like, "Okay, well my ride is here, so I'm gonna go."
Uh-huh.
And like I'm like, all right, bye. And then she just kind of stands there, and then she follows me out the door. And then I get in the Uber, and she's looking over at the Uber.
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck? You 32 and you acting like this?
Right.
What the fuck am I supposed to do? And it's
Yeah.
like, it's so weird because it's like women who are older than me, they want somebody older than them.
Right.
And then like women who are younger than me, like they have like this weird kind of like they're at the peak of their physical attraction in many instances.
Sure.
Like that's just how that's how a lot of men and women are whenever they're in that age range, right? It's like you're young, like you're probably in shape, right? You're in college. People think you're naive, so they want to go after you. And so then like they have all of these like, and it's men and women, like like the top dudes, they have all these like delusional options.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like, well, what do you do then?
What is the main problem you're trying to navigate here?
Just dating for age. Like I don't kind of know where to go.
Okay.
Because like women who are my age and older want somebody older than them.
Okay.
Women who are younger than me, like they are a bit more delusional. I don't want to say that.
Delusional in
'Cause,
what? Delusional in what sense?
like okay, I already said it's not just women, right? It's like a lot of them, they don't have good communication skills.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them, because like they're young and really attractive. And I'm not saying like this is every woman. Some women just kind of like sit inside and don't do shit all day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But those women you're not really gonna meet like that, right? Or they sit inside and they don't do shit all day because like they don't have social skills.
Right.
In a lot of instances.
That's a real thing. Sure.
And then the women who are getting out there at that age, they're not looking for nothing, which makes sense. Or like because they 20, like they're being berated with all of these options that aren't really options.
Right.
And
Right.
so dating younger is kind of weird.
Okay. How
And
long?
you still got to put up with that immaturity.
Gotcha. How long have you been single?
Oh, much my whole life.
Okay.
It was weird. Like I went to like a hood school. I didn't date there. Wasn't my type. Got to college, and then like I dated, but it never went anywhere.
Right. Okay.
Like I'm always really busy.
Gotcha. All right. You're 25. What does your lifestyle look like? Like, how do you fill your time?
Well, right now I'm getting ready to go back to grad school.
Okay.
Like I was like working. Like I got my degree and everything. Like I was working in education. And like I wasn't really like going out because like my workload was too heavy. And so it feels like I'm just kind of starting to find myself. Like I'm going back to like my college. I'm starting the club. I live in a big city. But it's just kind of weird.
Okay. So how many women have, like, what are you basing this conclusion off of? Like, do you have enough data to say that with any degree of, like, with high confidence level? Like, how many women have you talked to who are younger than you? How many have you engaged who are older than you? Or is it like a handful of younger, a handful of older?
It's like, it's more or less like, I've only had like, with older women, it's only been like 2.
Okay.
But then, like with young, I've had like a couple of girls be interested in me back whenever I was in college, but like I didn't pick up on the sign.
Right.
I didn't pick up on the signs.
Right.
So like one girl, she was interested, and then I finally caught on to it, and then like she was happy I asked her out, but she ended up getting a boyfriend later.
Okay.
Because like her and this guy, they had already been talking for a while, and she was like, "Hey, me and this guy are just starting to get serious."
Okay. Quick question: have you called in before?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of recognize bits of your story. Okay. What advice did I give you before? What did you call in for originally?
It was mostly like, the advice you gave me before was just like, I think you said like just keep going out.
Uh-huh.
And I'm starting to go out.
Okay. Go out in what capacity? Like, where are you going when you go out?
Like now it's like I've just been going to like political events and stuff.
Okay. Political events. Like, what kind of political events? That's what you're in school for, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. So during these political events, are you like engaging women?
Not really, because it's also where I do my networking. Because it's like,
Well, this, you have you just have a volume problem. Listen, I'll give guys all of these strategies and tactics and stuff like that, and there is a place for it, but really, if I had to give men one piece of advice, if you're just around more women, you will fall into something. That's just the truth. Man or woman. If you're just around more people that you engage, you will just naturally fall into something. As long as you're not holding yourself back due to fear or not wanting to show any kind of desire for the opposite sex, because that can be a blocker. That could be a limiter. If you're like just being platonic the entire time and not showcasing any kind of desire for the opposite sex. But if you're just around more, it's a lot of people just have a volume problem. And I don't mean volume problem as far as like they don't date enough people. I mean, they just don't encounter enough people. Like, look at the example that you just gave. There were people when you were in college who were attracted to you and you just didn't know it. So right out the gate, we're eliminating, what's up, Sabrina? We're eliminating that aspect of things. Like, your original assumption already is proven not to apply across the board because you were in that situation. And you were in that situation because you were in an environment that kind of forced you to be around a lot of the opposite sex. The hard thing when you leave a place like college is you no longer are in an environment like that where there's so much opportunity. So you kind of have to create it for yourself. But there's a lot of tweaks that we can make as far as your approach is concerned, but there's no need to even focus on, like, you have to solve problems in the sequence of highest priority. So there's no need to really try to be super meticulous about your approach, because the number one problem is you're simply not enough around enough women. You have to solve that problem. Some people solve it through dating apps. I don't suggest it, but that's how some people solve it. Other people solve it by what my suggestion is, which is static environments, environments where you see the same people over and over again, right? I always suggest static environments because it kind of creates a similar environment like what you had when you were in school. That's really the core of the issue here. So you talk to 2 or 3 older women who didn't want to date younger, and you talk to 2 or 3 younger women who were delusional in terms of their options. That's not statistically significant. The numbers are too low. You can't really discern a real pattern off of that little bit of data. Because there's women who come on this live who are telling me they're dating someone 10 years their junior. It happens a lot. It happens weekly, actually. So there are women out there who absolutely date younger. And there are younger women out there who don't fall into that delusional bucket of even entertaining all these options. They have more of a traditional mindset. Now that number is shrinking, right? It's not a large number, but they're out there. So when you have the volume, it tends to work out in your favor. That's the main thing that you have to solve for. Like you said, I remember when you called in originally, that was a while ago. That was a couple of months back. And you just told me that you're starting to go out. So just have a bias towards action. Don't wait months to apply the advice. Like today, go out there and try to find places where you can put yourself on a regular basis to where you can start to engage the opposite sex. Just not the opposite sex, just people in general. Dating problems are always just social problems. That's all it is. People think they have a dating problem, they really have a social problem. If you just become more social, you'll naturally start meeting romantic connections. No matter who you are. I've been seeing some of the most unattractive people in relationships. Oh. Like in terms of not just aesthetics, but also like overall energy. There was a dude at my gym, bro, had a baddie. Sure was bad as shit. I was about to shoot. And then I seen her hop on the treadmill, and it was the most like effeminate dude on the planet beside her on the treadmill, just walking. Just shaking his hips, just walking. Right? So I'm like, how did that happen? They're so like what I tell people applies like generally. It's a general pattern that's observed. But human beings there's a lot of variability. There's a lot of variability as to like what people are attracted to. Some women like effeminate men. In that situation, I'm like, okay, well then she obviously goes for something like that. Right? So there's so many differences between there are women out there who like fat men. That exists. You know what I mean? So the main strategy should be run volume. Get enough volume. And you're naturally going to come across people where there's like an attraction intersection. It's just people don't want to do that. They don't want to get out of their comfort zone. They don't want to go out there and socially engage. But that's what you have to do. Or just you either have to do that or become so attractive that most people who encounter you will be going.
All right, that makes sense. Thank you.
No problem, brother. Come back, give me an update, all right?
All right.
All right. Okay, Ashley, what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Good. You can hear me well? Okay. So, I be wanting to hear something like unbiasedly from like a man's perspective.
Okay.
So, you know how people talk about like attachment styles and stuff like that? Like,
right.
I feel like I have a secure attachment style, but
okay.
You know, being human, sometimes that like ego kicks in and you get anxious. Especially like for me, like I'm open to dating right now, meeting someone. So for me, if I'm talking to somebody and I feel like we're not aligning, I'm going to let them know. I'm going to be like, you know what? You know, I don't feel like this is working out, you know, part ways. But I don't like to be ghosted, you know. So I was talking to this guy and I feel like before I try to jump out there, because I feel like if he's not responding, don't say nothing. Mm-hmm. But I need to hear, like, I need to close the gap, right. Like, of what it may have been the reason why. Because if I close the gap, then I'll be fine. But, you know, that wondering what happened. So I'll tell you. All right. And this is like a social media guy, like a guy I was talking to through social media.
Right.
Or whatever. I didn't meet him in person or anything like that. So what happened was I randomly came across the video that he was in, didn't know who he was or whatever, and I noticed he was in the comments of the video. So he had like a private page, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna send him a friend request. Nothing too deep or anything like that. I sent him a friend request. He accepted my friend request. He liked a couple photos. You know, I started looking through his page. I'm like, okay, he's a handsome guy. He's successful, etc., etc. Like, I'd be interested if he said anything to me, but, you know, I'm not too pressed. I see he follows women, a bunch of women or anything. So, like, I'm like, you know, not paying it too much mind. But after he liked my photos, I liked a couple of his. I was like, okay, I'm not going to engage with him anymore unless he engaged with me. So, you know, going about my life, I'm watching one of my friend's stories, and I'm going to go click. I don't know how this happened, but I'm going to go click, like, she posted a picture. I was about to like it, and his story was next. So the screen flipped from her story to his, and I accidentally liked his story.
Okay.
So I'm like mid-finger. So I'm like, oh, let me hurry up and unlike that, because I'm not doing the whole story double tap thing or anything like that. So, but it's like 2 seconds later, he started liking more of my photos. He heart-eyed one of my videos that was in my story. So I just said thank you or whatever. And then he responded, and he was like, why haven't I seen you? And I'm like, what'd I say? I said, good question. I'm like, you know, I guess our paths just haven't crossed or whatever. And then he was like, he introduced himself, and he was like, we can change that. So I'm like, okay, you know, I introduced myself back, and then he asked me what city I'm in. Now, I already kind of knew, because I already looked through his page. I already knew what city he was in, or whatever. Not being a stalker or nothing, but, you know, it was clear as day what city he was in. Like, we probably, driving-wise, maybe like 2 hours and a half apart. So, you know, I said what city I was in. Didn't get a response at first. So, you know, I saw he was engaging on social media. I wasn't tripping or nothing. And then I saw he posted on a note, like, I guess he was, like, about to close on a house or something like that. So, you know, I'm like, okay, I took it as maybe he busy or whatever. So then he makes this, like, post about his house and everything, and everybody hyping him up. I ain't engaged with it at all or whatever. So then I don't know if that's something he noticed, because I don't really always know how men is thinking. I don't know if something he noticed I didn't engage with it, but then he comes back in my DM to tell me what city he in. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm like, oh, well, I was like, that's a light trip between the two. And then he was like, he gonna say, I need you here. And I'm like, nah, I'm not coming to see you. Like, that's not what that is. And I was just letting him know, like, you know, I think the first trip is yours. And have you been to my city? And he was saying, like, oh, he think he have. And I was just like, oh, well, if it was a memorable, then yeah, like, it doesn't count. So then he was like, well, we can fix that. So I'm like, okay, well, fixing it sounds good to me. I'll hold you to that. And with a little smiley face or whatever, he double tapped it. And that was it.
Okay.
It's been a couple of days. And I'm just like, and then after that, he watched my story. And I'm like, he not going to say nothing? So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say nothing, but I don't like the close of it. Like, dang, you're not interested no more? I guess because I was interested in this guy for a second. But then I did click on his story because I was interested. He's sitting there writing like he's gonna be in a relationship by fall, and I'm like, what's that about? And I'm just like, okay, don't say nothing. But I hate that, like, because if I'm not interested in nobody, I'm gonna say something. So I just mean, like, from a man's perspective, because I know before I start making myself look goofy and sending that man another DM.
Okay, so you met him on social media. Like, how did you meet him on social media?
Like, I just happened to, like, I saw a video, like, somebody was doing, like, you know how people randomly go up and interview somebody? Like, they might interview them, like, oh, what you do for a living, blah, 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 whatever. And I seen him in the comments, so I just sent him a friend request, because his page was private.
So his page is private?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. So he doesn't post like that?
Yeah. A regular amount of posting, not much.
Okay. And this is like on Instagram or TikTok?
It's on Instagram. Like, he posts like in his story and stuff like that, but I wasn't watching his story to be pressed.
Okay. How many followers does he have?
Probably like 15,000.
Okay. What does he post?
His life, his success, his career.
And like, so, like, what kind of feedback are you looking for on this?
No, I'm just saying, like, what would be the reason why he didn't respond? So I cannot, like, so I can close the gap for myself, so I don't double message this man.
Okay.
Because I be needing to hear it from a man's perspective. And
So-
he's
so
definitely single.
the
I see that he's definitely single.
Gotcha. And you saw him post it on his story or on Instagram that he would be in a relationship by fall?
Like, after that conversation between me and him, he wrote a note on Instagram saying, like, it's relationship season. And then he posted his story, like, he's basically posting about his success, more like success flexing. And then it was like a picture of him eating some food. And he, like, the solo dates are getting boring. I mean, yeah, the solo dates are getting boring. I'll be in a relationship by fall.
No. What does he do for a living? Do you know?
He's a successful guy. Like, he's like a serial entrepreneur.
Okay. No, he's posting for attention. He's posting specifically for.
Yeah, I definitely
female
think he attention seeking.
Yeah, I, as a rule, avoid attention seekers. As a rule, avoid attention seekers. Like, and that goes for man or woman, because that serves as a distinct need for validation, right? Like, it's a lot of nuance with this stuff. So, like, if you see me post, I'm about that business. I don't post shit just to have you see me. If I didn't have a business, you wouldn't see me online. It'll be once in every blue moon, right? You see like a person who's doing a lot of posting, especially flexing. So there's a couple of red flags here. I'm assuming.
I ain't doing no chasing. He came at me.
Right. Don't focus
I'm just reading the comments.
Don't focus on the comments. Extend this conversation. So you're obviously an attractive woman. So I'm assuming this is a very attractive man, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a very attractive man who's financially successful, doesn't live in your city, and has 15,000 followers on Instagram. How many women do you think are in your exact same situation right now with him?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's multiple.
Right. So you're just one of many.
A friend request don't mean nothing.
But, like, you hear what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you're one of many. So he's just not. The only thing he knows about you is that you're pretty.
Definitely.
And this is
But that's
instant.
why you come to get to know somebody.
No, but you're not getting what I'm saying. Look at things from his perspective. Don't take your perspective out of it. You're a man who has 15,000 followers. You're attractive and you're successful and you're flexing and you're posting things to get female attention. The only thing he knows about you is that you're pretty. There are 1,000 other yous in his DMs. And I don't mean that literally, because I'm sure if he was to get to know you, he would see you for you, right? Like your value, how, like, your innate personality. But he don't know anything about you yet. So the only thing he sees is your pretty face amongst a sea of other pretty faces. And then you happen to be also long distance. What would actually motivate him to put a lot of energy into this?
I get that, because that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to say nothing to him, but I'm just like, I needed to close the gap for myself, because I
Right.
hate when people do that.
Well, I get you. It's annoying. I got it. But, like, I always tell people, both men and women that I coach, you want to, if you can enhance what is called the theory of mind, it makes all this a lot easier. Theory of mind is, like, different from empathy. Empathy is how you would feel in this situation. Theory of mind is looking at things from another person's perspective. So looking at things from that person's perspective. When you look at it from his perspective, this is a very clear situation. You are just a pretty woman who is one of many other pretty women who are probably in his inbox. Not saying you initiated conversation. I just mean you happen to be in his inbox. So there's no reason for him. To him, he don't know you. Therefore, you're not special. You're just one of many. He sees you as a pretty woman. That's it. That's all he knows. But there's 200 other pretty women who are also engaging him because he's posting to get the attention. He's letting women know, I'm looking for a relationship. He was really that successful and that attractive and has a following that he has and the lifestyle that he has, him not being in a relationship is mostly a decision, not because he can't find the right person.
Definitely.
So you got to look at things from the other person's perspective. It gives you a lot of clarity on the situation. That's also why he was like, I need you to come to me. He's pretty woman.
No,
pretty.
In my book, absolutely not. Not the first time, at least.
Yeah, so it's like, pretty woman. Okay, come to me. He ain't gonna want to come to you because it's like, why would I do that? Like, I have to now set the logistics up to come to you, a pretty woman, when there's just so many other pretty women. He's like, he's in the situation to deal with him. It would be like, okay, if you make it super easy for him to engage you, then he'll engage you, meaning coming to see him, right? It has to be convenient for him, because there's no incentive here for him to put a lot of energy into the situation.
Not you better go to him. Absolutely not. Nope, because he wouldn't respect it.
Right, but I want you to pay attention to me, not to chat. Like, I want this to really land, because what I'm telling you, you can apply for all future situations that you're in. So I really want it to land, what I am telling you. Because if it doesn't land, you're not going to apply what I just said to future situations, and you're going to be confused in a bad situation.
I mean, so that basically sounds like if he got all that going on, it's just like whatever, basically.
Right. I mean, it's ideally to have someone who can have the same amount going on, but then you just meet them organically. It's just the social media shit. Like, you really can judge people off their social media. I don't care what anybody says. A lot of women hate when people say that, but you absolutely can, because everything that they decide to post is intentional.
Right.
So if someone is posting for attention, I tend to stay away from them, because I don't want anyone who is posting for attention. It speaks to a bad quality that does not map towards a healthy relationship. Right? Like, when you are posting for attention, that need for attention doesn't magically go away when you're in a relationship.
I get that. Like, once the attention seeker always.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So the moment you don't give them the attention they're looking for in a relationship, guess where they're going?
To find it.
Right. Right. So you want to start looking at those patterns so that you can make better decisions. That doesn't mean you can't get a desirable guy or can't get a guy who's successful and stuff like that, but it needs to be within the right context. Because there are successful men who are also desirable who ain't moving like that. I see a lot of like Christian men who live life, a very not a boring life, but a very structured life, a routine, and they're not even pressed on a relationship or anything like that. But they're attractive and all that kind of stuff, but it's just like, when it happens, it happens. I just made a video about that. But the people who are seeking attention, I would advise any woman, any man who's like posting about relationships, I would like to find blah blah blah, just automatically disqualify. Automatically do it, especially if they're attractive and successful.
Right.
Especially if they're attractive and successful. It's just bait. I promise you, 100% of the time, it is just bait. That's all it is.
I get it. But thank you. It made me feel better.
No problem, though. Best of luck to you, all right?
Thank you.
All right. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm great, love. What can I do for you?
Somebody I met on a dating app. So me and him, we were talking for 6 months now. So we are doing like a lot of video calls. Most of the time, if he's going to work, if I'm going to work, and then I travel for a business in China, and I came back, we are like, me and him were cool. So I talked to my girlfriend. I told my girlfriend about him, and then my girlfriend said, okay, that's cool. And then my girlfriend said something, you have your own money, right? But you need to know if this man is into you. Because when I travel for business, I bought him a couple of things, buy like a box of things for him. My girlfriend said, you have done all this for him. What have he done for you? I told him, no, I like him. He's honest with me, blah, blah. And my girlfriend said, you need to ask him for something so that you know if he's really into you. Because when a man spend his money on you, you know if the man is with you. I'm like, no, me, I'm cool. So I said, let me listen to my girlfriend, and then I asked him for something. I told her, can you please help me with like maybe a couple of bucks? He told me that he did not have. I'm like, okay, but I bought you some things with my own money. So if I ask you for this, why you say you do not have? Or me, I'm not gonna like give any woman anything, blah 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 blah. So since then, we have no communication. So I want to ask you, did I make the right decision, or I supposed not to ask him for anything?
Did you make the right decision in terms of asking him for money? Is that what you're asking?
If I made the right decision to ask him for him to give me money, if I made the right decision or not?
No, you did not.
Okay.
Yeah, you got bad advice from your male friend. Terrible advice.
Okay.
Yeah. So to your friend's point, it's like he was half right. He was directionally accurate. You don't want to be in a situation where you're pouring more into the connection than the other party, especially as a woman, because it like kind of messes with polarity, right? It puts you in the masculine role, like you're the one pursuing him. So that part I agree with. That does not mean you don't reciprocate. That does not mean you don't pour energy into the connection, because you absolutely should. But I don't think it should exceed what the man is doing, especially in the early stages. Shouldn't exceed that, right? So I think that's kind of what your friend was getting at. But you just asking for money, no, that's the wrong move. That's the wrong move, especially with the mindset of like, well, I've given you,
Okay.
I've paid for stuff for you. It's like, well, yeah, that's you probably shouldn't have done that so quickly. There's a time and a place for things, but you don't do it like right out the gate. That's not necessary. Unless it's like something small and sentimental or something like that. But my perspective is like people earn access to that type of treatment. You don't come out the gate with that type of energy. So, how long were you talking or engaging with this guy?
For 6 months now.
6 months, and you said you met him on a dating app.
Yeah.
Okay, so are y'all long distance or y'all like the same city?
It's a long distance. He's living in the UK, and me, I'm living back and front from China to Africa. That's how I'm living.
Okay, why are you dating someone in the UK?
Well, we met on a dating app.
What dating app?
So, and me and him click, the conversation going well. The way he think like a family oriented, and he believe in prayer, he believe in church, this kind of thing. So like I'm like, okay, he's the right one.
Yeah, but why? But still, okay. So what dating app did y'all meet on?
Bumpy.
Okay, all right. Well, as a rule, I don't think you should date someone who is that far away from you. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, to be honest. You should probably try to find people
True.
where you're located. Like, I'm not long distance isn't that big of a deal, but when you got to fly to the moon, what we doing? You're dating a Martian right now, technically. So it's not necessary. It's not a good situation. Like, how many times have y'all seen each other? And you better not tell me y'all haven't. How many times have y'all seen each other?
One time.
Like in person?
Yeah.
Okay. This doesn't work. In 6 months you met up one time. That's not a real relationship.
Mm.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay. You got to get it together, love. You're 34. You're wasting time. Do you want to be married and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you gotta change your approach, because dating someone for 6 months and seeing them once is not going to get you there. All right.
Okay, thank you.
No problem, dear. Y'all said she called in before? Possibly. Hold on 1 second, Glow.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
I said, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, good. What can I do for you?
Yeah, so I have like a pretty general question. It's not like a long story to it or anything. I guess I came across this conversation with my friends, and basically I'm in my mid-20s and they're in their early 30s. And they were basically giving me the advice of like basically telling me that to get into a committed relationship and get married before I become jaded. They basically were explaining to me that there's like a lot of naivety in a good way that comes with being younger, and so you're more willing to compromise and kind of not compromise in a bad way, but you know, you're not so stern in your ways yet. You're still able to kind of fit into someone else's life, whereas in their age group they were basically telling me they were too stuck in their ways and didn't really see a reason as to why they needed to compromise certain things about themselves, and therefore they found it like less desirable to be in a committed relationship, to be in a marriage as they got older. And they were basically telling me that if I found marriage to be like one of the end goals of my life, is to do it before I become kind of before the experiences of dating and men make me bitter. And I just wanted to know if this is like a thing that my friends are going through and they just hate men, or if this is some truth to it. Is this something that happens when you get older where you're like, oh, I don't find a committed relationship desirable anymore?
Okay. How old are you again?
I'm 24.
24, and these came from friends who were in their 30s?
Yes.
Yes. I would say that's mostly true. There's more nuance, but I think that's generally good advice.
So you would give the same advice of like trying to find a committed relationship before you become...
I wouldn't say so. Okay, here's a nuance I would say. You don't have to go out there and seek a relationship or committed relationship, right? I think the advice is don't play around with it, right? So a lot of people use their 20s to just mess around. And maybe they come across, like I know people personally who in their 20s, they would find somebody and they would feel like they don't want that yet. They don't want that seriousness of a relationship yet. So they could have found somebody or connected with someone that they could work with, but they wanted to like fuck off and have a good time. And then they hit 30 and then now they want it and they can't find it because they didn't realize that that's difficult to come across. They didn't realize like how few options you really have. Options meaning people who are on the same page as you, who you can realistically build something with. That's a small number, no matter who you are. I don't care how attractive you are. I don't care how much money you have. That's true for everyone. There is a small number of people who you can actually build something with. There's a lot of people you can sleep with. Tons of people, especially if you're attractive, right? But build with, small number. So when you luck up and come across it, when fate smiles upon you, take advantage of the situation. Don't ever throw it away because you want to see what else is out there. You want to have a good time. You don't want to have to put effort into something or have any expectations placed upon you because, yeah, that will lead you down a potentially bitter path.
Sure. I guess what I was kind of disconnecting with their opinions on that was that I thought when I get older I'm going to be more sure of what I want type of thing, but they were saying the more sure you are about what you want, the more closed off you're going to be into being with somebody who is different from you, who's not exactly your type, if that makes sense. So
right.
I guess I would want to be with someone when I'm sure of myself, and they were kind of saying, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. So what they're saying is true. The more specific you are, the harder you make it. But people are thinking from like a conceptual level, right? Like, okay, I would like this, that, and the third. But there's so much nuance here. I'm trying to see how to articulate this to you. You don't want to. You want to position yourself to where life can surprise you. because when we talk about what we want, it's based upon what we experienced. But
So we're more closed-minded
right,
as we get older.
exactly. So you could come across somebody who doesn't match your conceptualization of what you want, but it still works. And you wouldn't have thought it. Like before I ever tried sushi, the idea of sushi was nasty to me. I was like, I wouldn't like that. Then I tried it, and it's not one of my favorite foods. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to be super closed off with that kind of stuff. It's best to know what you don't want instead of what you want. That's good. Get clarity on what you don't want and be open to anything outside of those parameters.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
see,
better
I see that.
that's a better
Yeah.
mentality than to like I want this and now I'm trying to conform a person to that desire.
Okay, so just be sure of what you wouldn't be okay with, and try to keep an open mind, essentially.
You just flip it. Instead of saying like I want this, it's like no, I don't want these qualities. Because you typically have more clarity on what you don't want,
Okay.
right? And be open to anything that doesn't match that list. Because life can surprise you, man. It can surprise you. It absolutely can surprise you. But it's you don't come from this place of urgency, like trying to make it happen. I think I would discourage you. I would not tell you to go out there and try to force something. It's just don't throw it away when you do come across it, because I think everyone, for the most part, or the vast majority of people, have come across someone in their 20s where it probably could have worked, but for whatever reason, like guys will be like, "Oh, I'm not where I want to be yet," and then they miss out on a good connection. Then they get where they want to be, and now they can't find that again. You know.
Yeah.
So, and women, for a different reason. It's, oh, I want to get experience. I want to like see what I actually like. And what I actually like is the worst mentality on the planet. Because when you go date around trying to figure out what you like, from one perspective, it's like, well, who you currently are, you have things that you like. You have desires. So just choose somebody off of that, your current desires that you have, right? Because what happens is when you go out here and get a lot of experience, you get new desires.
Yeah.
You get new, like think about someone who's had like a vast sexual past. What they liked when they first started sleeping with people, they still like that. Now they like a whole bunch of other shit. You know what I mean? And then they try to find one person who can fulfill all of those things. So you make it harder for yourself.
I see
So,
that. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. That makes sense. Well, thanks for hearing me out. I was confused by their advice. It sounded like they were trying to rush me into marriage at 24.
Sure. But yeah, hopefully this gave you a more nuanced understanding of it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thanks for that.
No problem, dear. Best of luck to you, all right?
Yeah, you too.
All right, bye. Glow, what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I've talked to you in the past, and there's like a lot to this story, but what I want your opinion about is a dismissive avoidant.
Okay.
I married someone, and I'm wondering, we've only been together and married for a year, and we've had we're just butting heads about things, and I'm trying to figure out, I'm looking inward, right? Am I doing something? And I notice he's very dismissive when it comes to feelings and me crying and I'm like, what? And he is to the T, he's a dismissive avoidant, and can it work out with someone that's like that? I'm 46 years old. I don't want to waste my time. I've been through a lot. I'm very independent. And I'll just move on. I love him very much, but I just want your opinion on that. Like, is it possible to make it work with someone that is this way?
Yeah, it's possible. It depends on the individual in question. So, okay, how did y'all meet?
Facebook dating.
Facebook dating. You say you're 46, right?
I'm 46.
Okay,
Yes.
that makes a little bit more sense. All right. So Facebook dating, and you said y'all are married.
He proposed to me, I would say 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. I would say I'm talking weeks. Maybe 6 weeks. He proposed to me. I said yes. We got married November. So we met August 23rd and we were married by 11/11 of 25.
August 23rd. You got married that same year you met him?
I did, yes.
Okay. Have you been married before?
I was for 15 years.
Okay. How long have you been divorced?
Since 2021.
Okay. Yeah, look, that was the first mistake. Getting married that fast.
Right?
That was
Yes.
that was the first mistake. Okay. So why are you saying that he's... so how old is he?
43.
43? How long has he been single? Before, like when you met him, how long was he single for?
2016. I think since 2019. And he was kind of single, and yeah, he wasn't in a serious relationship. He was a single father of a little girl.
Okay.
When I met him.
Okay. So he would have been single since 2019. Has he ever been
Yes.
married before?
He was married to his first girlfriend, first love for years. Like all of his young adulthood, he was in a relationship, and then they got married. So he is divorced, but they were together maybe 17 years for many, many years.
Gotcha. Do you know why that marriage ended?
He went away for 5 years, and she didn't hold it down and had a baby with another man.
He went away for 5 years.
well,
Like, what does that mean?
He went to prison. He was in prison for 5 years, drug related. But this was like when he was, I think he got out when he was 26 years old, and he's
Okay.
43 right now.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so why are you saying that he's dismissive avoidant?
He says, look, I don't think with my emotions, I'm not gonna do that because it doesn't get you anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna think logically, and I'm listening to everything that he says, but a lot of things just doesn't feel right to my gut. He's just I'll cry, and he says, don't think about the future, don't think about the past, be with me right here, right now. So he has this thing where he seems like he's a very solid man. A lot of the things that he did at the beginning, he doesn't do any of that. Like beautiful text messages, just a lot has changed with him as the person I met at the beginning. And he just dismisses everything that has to do with being emotional at all. And I asked him the other day, are you emotionally available? Like, does that make you feel uncomfortable? And I don't know if he's going to tell me the truth, but he says, of course it makes it's fine.
How is he dismissing anything emotional specifically?
When I get upset about things, like for example, he goes to work. We live together. He goes to work all day, and then he gets home, and he works a federal job. So he gets home and he's like very, very quiet. He just gives me the cold shoulder, and I'm a very bubbly, like, hey, how was your day? And and I try to keep my same energy because I'm sorry that you're having a bad day, but I had a great day. I work from home. And I said to myself, I don't want someone that's like that. And he says, I need to decompress when I get home. I give him his space. I don't get a hug. I don't get a kiss. He withdraws from me most of the time. And I'm thinking to myself, I was with someone for 15 years. Not that I'm comparing, but
Okay,
I
I got
just
you.
think
I
we're
got you.
just-
To try to answer just a specific question that I'm asking, or else we'll get into the weeds because It doesn't help me give you an answer because it's not relevant to what I'm thinking about. So, okay. So he comes home. You say he works for the federal government, right?
Yeah.
He comes home and he says he's literally told you that he needs to decompress.
Yes.
Okay. So what time does he get off?
He goes in at 4 and he'll get home at 3.
At 3, and then how long does it typically take him to decompress? So when he says he needs to decompress, do you give him that space to decompress?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So how long before he normalizes and just becomes himself again?
At night.
Okay. So around what time?
Like we're about to go to bed, 9, 10 o'clock, around there.
9 or 10 p.m. And then how is he different around 9 or 10 p.m.?
Just quiet.
No, I mean
Very, very
how
quiet.
how is he, like you said, he comes home and he's quiet. After he decompresses and 9 or 10 p.m. he kind of comes back online. What is the experience of him like at that point?
Just starts talking to me. He won't ask me how my day was or anything, but he'll bring something random up, like something that's on TV, or just slowly start talking to me.
Okay. Okay. And have you brought this issue up to him?
Yes.
Okay. What was his response?
It's not always about you. You need
Okay.
to give me my space.
Okay. All right. So when he's off work, is he off like the weekends?
Yes.
What is the experience of him like on the weekends?
If we're in a good space, we're good. Everything's fine.
What does everything's fine look like?
We're just back to normal. We're just talking, joking, just regular. Just everything's good.
Okay. How do issues that y'all have ever get resolved, or do they get just ignored and swept under the rug?
They sometimes, or most of the time, they'll get resolved.
Okay. So what does repair look like? Like when you have an issue, how long does it take for y'all to have a conversation to resolve it?
Oh, we communicate right away.
So
Usually, if something happens during the day, we'll talk about it at night. I feel like he does a lot of the talking.
okay, so give me an example. Give me a specific example of y'all doing that.
We have a blended family, so he has a 9-year-old little girl, and I have a 17-year-old boy that's about to be 18 in November. So he doesn't like that my son doesn't have a job yet. That's huge right now. That's huge. And that's kind of like an ongoing battle, but he'll stay very quiet with me because I'm not pushing my son. I didn't push my son that day. So then we'll talk about it at the end in the evening. And he says, what did he do? And it bothers me because he has no empathy. He's just like, hey, I wasn't like that when I was that age. And I just feel like with that, it doesn't get resolved because I'm not that I'm trying to coddle my son, but I'm like, hey.
Just don't focus on the problem. Focus on how you repair it. I don't need the details about your son. Just focus on how y'all repair the problem. That's all I'm thinking about right now.
He'll ask something of me, okay, when do you think, maybe a few weeks before he gets a job? And I said, no, before he turns 18, we'll get a job. And he says, okay, all right, we'll leave it like that. And I said, okay, that's fine. So we'll try to come up with like a middle ground on everything that we disagree on. We'll just find something in the middle to try to make it work.
Okay, and is that also true for when you have an issue? Because what you just gave me was an example of him having an issue with something. So what about if you have an issue with something? Does that still hold true?
Most of the time, it doesn't.
Okay, so give me an example of
I
you
know.
bringing an
I'm
issue.
trying to think.
If you can't, that's fine. So it sounds like
Yeah, I
when you're
don't.
bringing up, you're saying that y'all resolve issues when there is repair that is occurring. Is issues that he's bringing up that he's having. But if you bring up an issue, how does that? What is the general pattern of you bringing up an issue and how he responds to that?
He just has this long, methodical logic. He just, I'm just like, can you just like give it to me without all the talking? Like it's just so much.
Okay, so he's
And it
willing.
over.
He's so when you bring up an issue, he's willing to have the conversation with you.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
he
okay, that
does.
doesn't sound like a dismissive avoidant. Dismissive avoidants tend to just shut. They don't like conflict. They don't like vulnerability. They don't like having those type of discussions. They certainly aren't going to be the main yappers during conflict, like you're describing.
Oh.
They'll typically shut down. Sometimes they'll be people pleasers. They'll be like, all right, you got it, cool, and then they'll resent you for it. But they normally don't want. They'll create space when you bring up an issue, and they kind of need
Yeah.
space to kind of recharge, and then they may or may not have the conversation with you. This just sounds like incompatibility to me. Not saying he doesn't have his own issues, but it sounds like you're just with someone who wants his way.
Yeah.
That sounds like what
Yeah.
you're with somebody who wants his way,
For sure. For sure.
right?
And
And
I
the main mistake that
I
was
don't.
made was you didn't date him long enough for this to be revealed to you.
Yep. I think time revealed that, and I just need to make a decision
Sure.
because it's I need my peace back, and I feel like I've lost that in the last 5 months. So I appreciate you. Um, so thank you.
No problem, dear. Best luck to you, all right?
Thanks.
All right.
Bye bye.
Yo,
Yo, hello, man.
what's going on, bro?
I just heard the topic was she was asking, or was she like asking about if her guy was a dismissive avoidant or something like that?
Yeah.
I guess I just wanted to ask you too. It's like, it feels like my ex was like that, where all of a sudden she like broke up with me a week before my graduation in college. And her reasons were, one was apparently she just wasn't sure of our future anymore, and she all of a sudden became emotionally and mentally unavailable for relationships, and told me that I got too busy with college and I wasn't making more time for her. But I don't know, man. I told her, it's like, I wish you would have told me, because even then, I made so much time for her. Like before my internship, during my thesis, everything. I made so much time. I bought her a lot of gifts. I was there for her when no one else was. So it was like really weird for her to use those reasons
Right.
all of a sudden, and it just didn't really make a lot of sense. And even now, I'm kind of processing the stuff that she said, and I asked her, like, don't you want to fix this? Don't you want to find a way out of this? But she kept kind of dismissing me, where she was like, no, it's like, I'm firm on my decision. This is the right thing to do for us. And what's weird was she kept framing it as this is a mutual decision. And when I confronted her about it, I was like, no, it wasn't. You just kind of brought it on me.
When you say confronted,
like-
so word got back to you that she was saying it was a mutual decision?
Well, she kept telling me that, I thought this was a mutual decision
Gotcha. Okay.
between the two of us. And I told her, no, you just you made that decision on your own. And then all of a sudden you just place it on me, and we don't even
Right.
get to talk about it. It's like I don't have a say in our relationship.
Right.
And I asked her straight up, it's like, what was it about me that made you want to lose me? I never treated you terribly. And I told her, I was like, I was right here. I just graduated, about to get a job. And now you're going to lose me when I have more time, more money to share with you?
Right.
And yeah, I told her, I was like, I told her, I was like, it just didn't make a lot of sense. So why did you choose to lose me? And she couldn't answer it.
Right. So
I don't know. What do you think about that?
how long were y'all together?
Oh, we were together for about 2 years.
Okay. And y'all met in college?
Yeah, we were together during college.
Okay. That's like how y'all met?
Yeah, actually, we met because we were both like heads of our organizations in college, and
Okay.
we got paired up for an event.
Okay. You mentioned buying her things a lot. Like, what did that look like in the relationship?
Well, whenever there was, either our monthsaries or any special occasion, I would save up. Maybe I'll buy her a bag or something. Anything that was like cute or nice that catered towards her and her likes.
Okay, so like special occasions
And-
type stuff.
What was that?
So like stuff for special occasions.
What special occasions?
No, I'm saying when you would get her gifts, you're talking about you would get her gifts during special occasions.
Yes,
like
sir. Yes,
Valentine's
sir.
Day, stuff like that. Okay. It's not like every time I see you, guess what I got you? It's not that type of vibe. It's
Well, sometimes I would, but in terms of like snacks or food,
Okay,
sometimes I
that's
would cook
normal.
stuff for her.
That's normal.
Little things
okay.
like that.
I got you. What did she go to school for? Like, what kind of job is she looking to get?
She's actually still in college. She's a year behind me. I'm a year ahead of her. I just graduated, and she's in business administration. Yeah, and her goal is like either to become an accountant or something with like banking stuff.
Gotcha. How old are you two?
22, man.
Gotcha.
She's 21.
21, 22. What did you go to school for?
I'm a computer engineer,
Nice.
and it was kind of difficult. We made a literal submarine, dude. A portable mini submarine.
That's dope.
And that's why, she got mad at me once because she told me I got too busy with my thesis. And I was like, I gotta finish this because this is a key to my graduation.
Right.
And,
Okay.
I mean, she let it go, but yeah.
How long ago did that conversation go? Like, for your thesis?
It started middle of last year, actually.
Mm-hmm. And then how long did it
And,
last?
what was that? Sorry?
How long did it last? Like, you working on your thesis?
Oh, it just finished November, I think, of last year.
Okay.
So actually, it was like a year. It was honestly like a year. It started 2024, I think September, and then it finished in November of
So
2025.
she did complain to you that you didn't have enough time for her while you were working on your thesis?
She did complain about how I got busy there, and
Okay.
eventually she said even during my internship I got busy, even though I was doing 9 to 6 p.m. schedules for my internship.
Right.
We would still show up.
Okay.
Every
So
end of the week and
real quick. When we say busy, specifically, how did that reduce time spent? Like, be as specific as possible. So was it we went on 3 dates per week and now we only could go on 1? Or what how did that change things?
Well, I think she really wanted for us to see each other at least once a week.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, either I have, like I said, educational responsibilities or family or friend things. And it wasn't like I was neglecting her. I was really trying to balance everything, Because even my family and my friends were starting to notice, almost all my time was going to her. And they were kind of starting to not like that. And because
Okay, real quick, say that again. So how much time did you spend with her before the thesis? Give me a specific, quantifiable number, and then how much time did you spend with her during the thesis? Just really, as short as possible, answer that question.
Well, to be honest, we didn't really have that much of a difference. We would see each other once a week on average, at least.
Okay.
Sometimes there would be times when we would see each other once, every 2 weeks. But that's as far as it got. It wasn't like I wasn't seeing her for weeks on end. Even though she said we weren't seeing each other for weeks, which was weird.
Okay, so
Even though we
there's
saw each
there's
other.
something missing here because why were
Yeah.
your family and friends complaining that you were spending too much time with her if it was only once per week?
Well, that was like, I'd say the average, but because a lot of the times, since we went to the same college, right? So sometimes after classes, we would see each other and we would go out together. And then if we had break time, if we had like off days, like we would see each other, go on dates, and sometimes on weekends as well. But that frequency kind of slowed down, especially during my internship, which was early this year, because, it was a Monday to Friday thing. And then the weekends, I would have family stuff. And then she would have stuff with her school as well and her family. And she told me, she's like, she wishes that she told me because there were times when she wanted me there. Excuse me. There were times when she wanted me there, but she didn't tell me. And I kept asking her, like, why didn't you tell me? I could have made more time, could have adjusted. And I was asking her, I was telling her how she was, etc. So even if I couldn't be present there physically, I was present even through just chatting or calling.
Okay. Okay. So she sounds like someone who like needs a lot of attention. When you first were telling me this, I thought more so along the lines of a justification. The thing that made me change my mind was the fact that she did complain about it.
Yeah.
If she didn't complain about it, and then she just magically threw this on you, that's someone who's likely throwing a justification your way. She complained about it, which means that she did want your attention, right? And I would tell you this, brother, people who need attention like that, when they're not getting it from you, a lot of times they would get it from elsewhere. Okay? They'll bring it up, hoping that things change. Because even when she brought it, and this isn't me saying this is your fault in any way, shape, or form either. I'm just explaining to you how the system works, okay?
Yeah.
So even when she brought up the situation with the thesis, and she was like, you're too busy for the thesis. Maybe you couldn't give her more time, but what you told me was like, you told her, I have to do this. Fair enough. That's more important in that context. But in that situation, what she perceived to be her needs were not being met because she clearly seems to want a lot of attention. Well, does she have friends, or were you kind of like her main social world?
Well, for the first thing that you said where I didn't meet it, actually, even during and after thesis, we went out a lot. We went out dates because I knew that she wanted to go. So I did, even if I was tired, even if I was out of money because we were creating a little submarine. But we still went out a lot, man. And then, unfortunately, a lot of her classmates and college mates are kind of douchebags and toxic people. So in a way, and even her family as well.
Okay, brother, should I just answer the specific question that I'm asking just so we can like get through this quicker?
Yeah. I really kind of became her sole like best friend in
Gotcha.
college.
Okay, yeah, that's the thing.
Really
that's why she needed so much attention because she didn't have any other source of getting it. So you were essentially her entire world while she was in school. Okay. So even if from your perspective you're like, yo, I'm still giving you time and attention, and that may be true, but what is coloring her perspective is it doesn't feel like it's true. Does that make sense to you? She doesn't feel like she's getting a lot of attention, even if you could show her on a spreadsheet that you are giving her that attention. She's more communicating how she's feeling, not an objective fact. Okay? So this sounds like somebody who there's probably a number of things going on here, but this is someone who sounds like they were kind of needy in a sense. There might also be a variable where she has another year of college and she may want to spread her wings and fly without you being there, right? There's a number of things that can be going on, but a lot of times when you deal with these relationship ending things, just because someone is giving you an explanation around why they wanted to end things doesn't necessarily mean that's the truth. So like you're attacking it like a lawyer would, when it's like, no, she's communicating a feeling to you, okay? So if she's firm on her decision, you just gotta move on, brother. As hard as that may feel, you gotta move on. You'll find somebody else, for sure. Absolutely. You're young. You say what? You're 20, 21, 22?
I'm 22, yeah.
Yeah. So gonna begin a successful career. You'll find somebody else, but you didn't do anything wrong in this situation.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that confuses me is, dude, I'm telling you, there were, sorry, just a little added detail.
Go ahead.
She had like a big event that she pretty much set up during, I think it was like May, and I was with her for a whole week for like morning to like 11 p.m. at school until the event, which ended at like 2 a.m. in college. I was with her like, that was after internship as well. And she was pointing as well that I still got busy. I didn't make time. And I was like, that's one example of many times where I genuinely put in so much time for her. You're
side
hustles and everything.
You're still thinking about this objectively. This is a main difference between men and women. It's not true in all cases, but generally men derive like feelings from facts, and then women tend to derive facts from feelings. Generally, that pattern is true. So you're like, it's objectively false what you're saying. The way she's wired, she has a feeling, and then she extracts a fact from that. And people not understanding those differences causes them to talk talk over one another, and not really understand the other perspective. It just really crystallize that in your mind. You're dealing with a feeling, not an objective fact. As long as you continue to treat this like she is speaking about an objective fact, you're going to remain confused with women for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't know, man. I just thought that she would be a lot more objective about things.
What did I just tell, brother? What did I just tell you?
Yeah,
I get that you thought that, but like that's how you would need to change your perspective moving on. And again, this is a general pattern. This is not true in all situations. There are some women who are wired like men. There are some men who are wired like women. You know what I mean?
I get it.
That's you taking on that perspective I just gave you will make your dealings with women make a lot more sense, and you won't drive yourself crazy trying to understand what's going on. So I get that you're grieving, brother. The way that you will move on is it'd be natural to think about this more. It'd be natural, right? So, but the best way to move forward is to just feel what you're feeling. Feel your emotions, right? Don't try to distract yourself from them. Don't try to escape them. Just go ahead and feel it. The faster way to get rid of bad feelings is just to be present with them and feel them. The longer you suppress them, the more they're going to stay with you, okay? Spend time with your support system, people who love and care about you, family and friends. And then the last thing I would say is to try to turn this pain into progress of some sort. All this emotion that you're feeling is energy. Energy can be used for something.
Yeah.
So try to find something to transmute this energy into so that you can make some degree of improvement in your life. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Keep me posted, man. Come back and give me updates, all right? We can talk about this more, but I genuinely wish the best for you, all right?
Thank you, man. Genuinely. Can I just ask you one last thing?
Sure.
It's a small thing.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Is it fine if I don't necessarily... I guess right now I have a lot of anger and frustration with her breaking up with me a week before my graduation when it was supposed to be this super happy once in a lifetime moment. Sure. Instead, I was up on the stage, totally heartbroken, faking a smile.
Mm-hmm.
I guess is it valid for me to feel a lot of frustration and anger towards her?
Yes, because it's just grief. In a lot of situations, anger is a secondary emotion. What's actually happening is you have a lot of grief that you're not feeling, so then it's coming out as anger. Just accept that as part of the process. Feel it. Again, feel it. Feel the grief, feel the anger. It's okay. Don't suppress any emotion that you feel, but literally feel it though, okay? You do that, it will lessen in intensity over time. And then forgive her, because people do what makes sense to them. They're not doing anything to hurt you. People tend to not, exceptions exist, but most of the time, people are not doing things to hurt you. They're doing things for themselves, and the people who they're with happen to be collateral damage. Okay? So when you're ready, try to forgive her, because she's doing what makes sense to her, even if it doesn't make any sense to you. Okay? But you will find another woman who will be able to meet you in the way that you deserve to be met, because you sound like a good man, right? You got a bright future ahead of you. You sound like you have a big heart. You deserve someone who's going to love you the way that you love, okay? And you'll meet that person. You probably learned a lot through this connection. What I just told you about the differences between men and women, you would not have that that awareness had you not going through this situation. And that awareness is going to serve you when you meet the next one, okay? So like I said, keep me posted with how it goes, bro, all right?
I got you, man. Thank you so much, man.
No problem.
Help me. You helped me a lot today.
Absolutely, brother.
And also, thank you for the viewers. I see their chats. It's awesome with the support and everything. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, dude. Thank you.
Absolutely, brother. You take care.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Good dude, man. He'll be all right. He'll be just fine. How do we have 16 people in the chat? Also, people, if you want coaching, you want a 1-hour coaching call where you'll get clarity over your situation. You'll know exactly what happened and why it happened, as well as step-by-step action plan. So you know exactly what to do next in your specific situation. That's what I share with you in a 1-hour coaching call. To do that, just DM me the word coach, and I will send you a link to book your call. Okay. Who do we have next? One more call.
Hi, long time don't see.
Sarah, what's going on, love? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, I'm good. What can I do for you?
Okay, so I've been out the game for a little bit, but I got asked on a date last weekend.
Okay.
But I just feel so unsettled about it, and I'm wondering if I'm overthinking. So I wanted to hear, do you think I should continue to explore this person, or just take the fact that I'm overthinking as a sign that I shouldn't move forward?
Okay.
So, a little context or a little backstory is I met this guy in 2021, and we went on 3 dates at that time. And during the dates, nothing happened physically. Like we've never kissed to this day. Like we've never kissed. We've never done anything like remotely intimate, right? But we always kept in touch. So after we had our first date, and it was good, but the ending was a little bit awkward. And then the second date, the ending was a little bit awkward because he like tried to kiss me and it just didn't happen. Like I was like, why? So when he tried to kiss me, I said to him, it's gonna take a little more than 1 date to get there, you know?
Right.
And he said, oh, I don't want to get there. Like, this is just a friendly going out, and I misunderstood everything. So he went like in the opposite direction.
Right.
Right? So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. So now I feel weird because I'm the one that brought up, like, I'm the one that acknowledged that there's some physical tension here. And him saying that it doesn't exist made me feel embarrassed. So I said, oh, I'm so, like, I apologize. And so I offered the second date, and we went on the second date, and we just had fun, and nobody tried to progress physically. And then he asked me on a third date, and we went on the third date. Again, no, like, trying to progress physically. And then after that, I think he decided that he didn't want to continue dating. Like, he never said that, but I could sense it in his energy, and he didn't ask me out again. But we kept in touch. Like, he'll call me every couple of months, or at least once a year, and we'll have really good conversations on the phone. Like, we'll talk for hours, and we always have great conversations.
Right.
So in May, he called me and we talked about the past, and he said he's sorry about what happened like back in 2021, and he really liked me, and he doesn't know like why he was so shy about progressing things with me, and asked me to go on a date with him again. And I said, okay. But then I thought about it and I'm thinking, why are we going on a date because you're apologizing for something from 5 years ago that I'm not mad at you, you're not mad. So I just felt like the reasoning was off. So then I called him back and I was like, is this a pity date? Because I don't want to go if that's the case. You get what I mean? Like, I don't need you to feel sorry for me.
Wait,
we can go on a
so
date.
he messaged you recently apologizing for something that happened in 2021?
No, so he called me, but he always, as I told you, he keeps in touch. So we have regular, like he'll call me out the blue, just randomly, and we'll just talk and have good conversation. It just so happened during the conversation, we talked about us dating in 2021, which is not usually a topic of conversation. It just happened to come up, and that's how we end up, like, having a conversation about what happened between us that we haven't done before. And that's when he was like, he's sorry about what happened and he didn't think he handled it well.
Okay. And your question is this a pity date?
No, I said to him that it feels like it's a pity date because he said, oh, he's sorry about what happened and that's why he wants to go on a date. But that date happened already because after I said that because I called to cancel, and then he was like, no, I just really want to see you, and I'm sorry about the way that I framed it, I just really want to see you. So I agreed. I was like, okay, that makes sense. So, and I wanted to see him too. I was like, I want to go. So I went. And it was the total opposite. I feel like he spent the whole time, like, being so physically affectionate. Like, he was just on me the whole date, but it was still fun. And he said to me, like, at one point he was like, I've never had so much fun in my life, like, have you ever had so much fun? And I'm thinking, I think I am the fun. I think I'm the fun that you're having. Right. So it was overwhelming. It was just so overwhelming. But anyways, he wants to go on a date again, but now I have anxiety or the ick or something. I don't want to be like, it feels like I'm being lusted after. It felt too much. And so now I'm wondering, like, are you coming? Because one, it's been 5 years. If you liked me, it wouldn't have taken so long for you to realize that you wanted to talk to me again. So it's either you don't like me or you like somebody else, it didn't work out with that person, and now you're coming around because you're available. Or number two, you just want to have a physical altercation, like you just want to have sex or you just want to have a physical experience. I don't know, because your whole demeanor has changed. Like before, it was just deep and a good time and conversation and all of that, and now you're swinging in the opposite direction and it just feels wrong. So do you think I'm overthinking it, or you think I should continue to like explore and see what happens? Because it feels weird.
Okay, so in 2021 you said something about like he tried to kiss you.
The first date, yeah. So I thought he was trying to kiss me. So the date was over. He walked me to my car. So he opens the door, and then we're face to face, and he leans down, and then I like lean up, and I'm joking, and I say, hey, it's gonna take more than a first date to get there, you know? And then he says, oh no, like he leans away, and he's like, oh no, I don't know what you're talking about. Like I just wanted to spend time with you. This is just a friend, you know, like you said you wanted to have dinner, and I just was being nice, and, you know, it wasn't like that, you know? Like, this wasn't even a date, basically, is my understanding.
Okay. And then the second date, how did that one go in 2021?
Okay, so the second date, we went for ice cream. Got the ice cream, sat in the car, we're listening to music, went out for a drive, and we were just having a good time. Like, we literally lost track of time. We're just laughing and talking and enjoying each other's company.
Okay. And then he didn't try to be physical at all that second date?
No, didn't reach for my hand, didn't try to kiss me, nothing awkward.
And then he never asked you out again?
And then yeah, he did ask me out again.
But
Went
then
on a
y'all,
third date.
but then y'all talk? How often do y'all talk?
No, like now since 2021 to now,
Yeah.
I would say probably like two times a year, 2 to 3 times a year.
So he reaches out to
He'll
you
just call me.
twice a year?
Okay. Huh?
He reaches out to you twice a year?
Yeah.
And what do y'all talk about?
Life, work, or culture. We talk about that a lot. He's from Kenya, I'm from Jamaica, and we talk about like growing up, we talk about our families, we talk about like new experiences that we've had, just like getting to know you. We talk about music that we like, vacations that we've been on during the time, because we're talking like months and months apart, so there's just so much happening in life and we just catch up.
Do y'all
So
talk
usually on the
about
phone
do y'all
for,
talk
like-
about your love life?
No,
So y'all don't talk
No,
about love
I'm-
lives at all?
nope, I've never had a conversation with him about my love life, and he's never had a conversation with me about his. I've never asked him like if he's dating anyone. He's never asked me that either.
Okay.
No, we've not had that conversation.
Gotcha. So then this year, how did it come up? Y'all talking about the date in 2021. Try to remember. How did that even? What was the context that led up to that conversation? And then who brought it up?
I brought it up.
Okay. Okay. Why did you bring it up?
Okay, so we met at church,
Okay.
and I was talking about something about church, because church is just a big part of my life.
Right.
So he came to my church a couple times, and that's how we met. But he doesn't attend my church like regularly. He goes to a different church.
Right.
And I was joking and saying that the reason he no longer visits my church is me, like because we had like romantic interactions that didn't work out, and because he doesn't want to have to interact with me regularly is why he never visits church. So I was like, I ran you away from church or whatever. Like that was the joke, and that's how we got into talking about. And he's like, no, I don't feel that way. It's just more convenient to go to this church. And he's like, I was really happy that I met you at church, and I remember went on the dates, and then that's when we started talking about the dates that we went on and the time that we had together.
Okay. And how did y'all meet originally? And how did y'all go on the first date?
We met at church, so he came into the church and sitting down, and I noticed him, and then at that time I was responsible for the youth ministry at church, and so we got introduced.
Okay. You got
And then I was
introduced.
like, hey,
and-
let me plug you into like what we're doing.
Okay, how did
you know,
that? How did specifically? I don't need all the context. Specifically, how did he, or how did the date? How did the option of the date come up?
Okay, so I would send out messages to the youth group every week, and he would be the only person that would like follow up with me. So like when I send a message, he would just respond to the messages, and he would
Okay.
like call me or whatever, and that's how we got to talking all the time and developed a relationship. And one day we're talking, and he said, I'm going out to dinner, and I was like, where are you going? He told me where he was going, and I said, oh, that sounds cool. I would love to like go to dinner. And then he's like, are you serious? And I said, yes. And
Okay,
he said,
I got it.
"Okay, let's
I
go
got
to
it.
dinner."
We're gonna do a conversation class for y'all with these questions. Cause I'll be having the answer locked and loaded. I gotta get through 100 details before I get there. All right, I'm just fucking with you, Sarah. So here's the thing. All this is he's scared to show desire. That's it. Clearly wants you. He's terrified of showing desire. That's
But
why
he showed like so much. The
I
last time
know,
saw
I
him,
know.
that's all he was showing was desire.
Hold on. Let me just get it out. So he's scared of showing desire. That's why the first conversation, the date wouldn't have happened until you said you would love to come. That's why he reaches out twice a year. Because he's waiting for you to bring something up to give him an opening to go out. His first impression of you, the first conversation y'all had, you were the one that kind of made the date happen. right? So he's calling you twice a year to see if you're gonna make another date happen, and y'all end up talking about the weather and shit. So he's like, I'm waiting another 6 months, and then he'll call again. The moment you mention the date in 2021, that's when he was like, we should go out again, right? He's waiting on you to make he doesn't have balls. That's all this is. He's waiting on you to say something. He's all over you because he views this as like his opportunity to go ahead and make it happen, right? So he's wanted you for some time. That's why he's reaching out twice a year. Like he's been wanting you for some time. So now he's like, this oven has been preheated for years. It's heating up, right? So now he got him on a date and he barely can control himself. He's trying to strike while the iron is hot. So that's all this is. When he tried to kiss you, he did try to kiss you, and then he couldn't even own it when you called it out. So he pussied out and was like, actually, no, this is just a friendly date. I was leaning in because I've got poor balance, right? Because I know you were I think your intuition is correct. Women tend to know when you're trying to kiss them, right? So it's like he was trying to kiss you, and then he didn't even own that desire. And then being even called out like that freaked him out, which is why he didn't ask you to go on any more dates, aside from the ice cream date. Because he's like, he was expecting you to kind of like grab his hand and
No,
take him
I
into the
asked
bedroom.
him on the ice cream date, and after the ice cream date, he asked me on a different date. So he asked me on a date the third time, like a real date, and he owned it like this was a date.
Right.
I want to get to know you, whatever.
And then what happened?
And then after that, he just stopped initiating, and I just let it go.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a multitude of possibilities of why that happens, but the main focus is he's just someone who doesn't really take initiative because he has some fear around it, right? So yeah, this guy likes you. He wants you. This isn't a pity date. But the question you gotta ask is, do you want somebody like that?
Does that mean like if we're together, I'll have to initiate all the time?
It's possible that I don't think it's going to be that black and white. I think to get the ball rolling, yeah. But I as a rule don't like, if I was a woman or when I advise women, I don't like how the person responds to fear. Like, he's responding to fear in this way, so he's likely going to have a similar response like that in other domains. Like, you're thinking just like romantically. What I'm thinking is this is his response to fear.
Mm-hmm.
So if he responds this way to fear in this context, he's probably going to be somewhat cowardly in other contexts as well, which may be a turnoff. But I mean, that's just my read on it. I could be wrong. He may just have this specific neurotic fear in this specific context, in which case there's nothing to lose by engaging him and seeing. Because the thing that made you apprehensive before was thinking this was a pity date. This is not a pity date. That's not what this is. No, it's someone who's actually interested in you. And you can put some boundaries on him, like if he's being very physically,
But he's not even progressing. Like, he's not even trying to kiss me. He's just, like, in my skin. Like, he's just, like, as close to me as possible. Like, he wants to open up my skin and crawl into it. Like, he's always touching me. But he's not, like... It's like I would have to initiate something, but I just don't feel like there's good room to do it because I'm overwhelmed. I'm, like, overstimulated, so I can't be, like, playful because I'm literally overstimulated.
Okay. I mean, you can communicate that, but also, you may trigger that part of him that made him run before when you communicate. Oh, I don't want to touch you at all. I was cold in here, right? Like, he might go that path if you bring it up. So, I mean, you can try it, man. I mean, there's no big downside here, right? So, like, you can just try it. Like, hey, just communicate that to him, and then see.
How would you communicate? Communicate what to him? That
So you've only been on one date. You've only been on one date with him since y'all reconnected in that way, and then he was like, well, then maybe that's a one-off because it's been so long. He has so much desire. Maybe the second date Or maybe choose a date that doesn't require him to be that close to you. Like, just see. Just see. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you don't want to, don't do it.
Okay.
But if you want to, then do it. And see what happens.
Okay, I have to think about. I think that's another thing. I'm not sure if I want to because I really liked him in 2021, and now 5 years later, It's like I'm starting over, and I don't know if I don't feel the same way I felt then. But he's
then
still
don't
the
do
same
it.
person.
Then don't do it,
So-
then, Sarah. Then don't do the shit then. Right? You got to question if you even want to do it, and don't do it. Because that's not your issue based on like previous conversations I had with you. You don't have the pattern of being like, oh, I don't. No. So
Yeah, typically I'm not like that.
okay. So like, if you don't want to, then don't do it then.
You don't think I'll? Okay. I was wondering if I'll regret it because, as I was saying, like he's still the same person, but like I just don't feel the same way.
Okay, you need someone to make this decision for you. I see. Go ahead and go on the date with him. Go
You
ahead
think I
and
should
go.
go on the date?
Absolutely, because you're going to waffle on this. You just need a decisive person around you. Just go ahead and go on the date and see and assess after that next date.
Okay, all right. I'll go and then I'll see then.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Keep me posted. All right.
All right, we'll do. Bye.
All right. Take care. She's funny. All right. Any last minute questions in the chat? No more calls though. If you're new here, make sure to follow. I go live twice a day, so I'll be live again tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So if I didn't get to your question today, I will get to it tonight. If you want to watch the streams of these lives, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Link in bio for that. It's at The Signal Dating. I stream all of the lives on YouTube as well. You can see what you missed. You can see what you missed. Can I give a quick update? Not a question. Sure, you just got a quick update, Mary. I can bring you up. I didn't even know you were in the queue. Yo.
Hello. Okay,
going
so
on?
I have a good update. I am officially a girlfriend.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
So
talking
also-
about, Mary. Yeah.
I know, it's exciting. So
Hey.
also just wanted to thank you for your help along the way. It's been a long journey.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so cool update.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm gonna need you to put that in writing in the DMs so I can.
Testimony.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it.
All
man.
right, well, I'll let you get back to it. Let you go.
All right, dear. You take care.
You too, bye.
Maya, you next. You're next. All right, this is beautiful. We're starting to get some relationships out of these lives and coaching. I mean, like what, 6 or 7 relationships formed in the last like 4 months. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So book your call, people. Hey, perfect time for a little plug. You want your 1-hour coaching call, or you too can tell me in a couple of months you're in a relationship. DM me the word coach. I'll send you a link to book your call. Me and Cece still trying to win that bet, right? Y'all like neck and neck right now. You got the advantage because Cece stay inside. She won't get off lives. So if you play your cards right, you can certainly outpace her. But we also know Cece moves quick. She gonna move quick on your ass. And don't think you got. It's like the tortoise and the hare type of situation. It's like the tortoise and the hare. So you have the advantage because Cece is just out of the game. If she gets in the game, she then has the advantage. So I would take advantage of the fact that she is currently incubating. I really need advice, actually. So what you trying to do, Maya? You trying to wait to Dallas? Don't y'all be trying to take advantage of me in Dallas either. Not sexually. Well, I mainly mean with advice. People tend to get around me. They're like, I got a question for you real quick. And it'd be a whole fucking coaching call. This is a whole fucking coaching call. What are we doing? What are we doing? I was telling the mods last night. There was a dude from a conference who did that. I gave a speech in Miami. He was like, "Yeah, bro, what was that we were talking about on stage?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "Yeah, this is blah, blah, blah." He started asking me questions. It was a whole fucking coaching call. And then he was like, "I'm gonna get you for coaching too." Months ago, haven't heard from him. But at the same time, that is possibly the advantage of coming on our trips. For those of you who don't know, we're all going to Dallas, Texas, August 14th through the 17th. Me and the Moz are going. A few people from the chat are going. We got a big Airbnb. Other people are flying in, booking their own hotels. So that is a benefit of knowing me personally. Because if you're a friend of mine, I do tend to just advise you like I do other friends. Is Dallas fully booked? It is. But you can still pop out and get a hotel and then link up with us. The Airbnb host is on some bullshit because they told us that it sleeps 23, but then they capped us to 16 people. Then they got nerve to be like, no parties. Bitch, it's 16 of us. What do you think is about to happen in here? Hit the music. What are we talking about? You got 16 grown adults in one house. How are we defining the word party? You about to see me doing the worm in that bitch. You already know Hannah already doing twerk, like stretches. She's already stretching the lower back muscles to throw ass. So there's going to be party type of vibes in the B&B. There's going to be party type of vibes in the B&B. What you talking about? The place it's like a party house. Already can't help it. That's right. Nadine too. You also stretching out, Nadine? You also getting right? How you feeling? We already know how Maya get down. We already know how Maya gets down. Come on. What are we doing? Express too. Y'all know y'all be thinking Express don't be throwing it. She be throwing it. I don't know if Express is watching. She be throwing it in the kitchen. Cooking collard greens, throwing ass simultaneously. Very talented young woman. I'm actually so calm. Don't let him sell it. Yeah. Express ain't even, I didn't even know you were here. So they said, and do. You better let them know. Shit. You better let them know. We got nothing but good vibes in the B&B, man. Nothing but good vibes. So I can't wait. I cannot wait. The only bittersweet thing is Cece won't be there. But she'll be on the next one because we planning on doing a cruise Q1. We're planning on doing a cruise on Q1. We were talking about it last week. What should the next one be? And I was like, for whatever reason, yeah, all bitter, no sweet. Well, I mean, the sweet part is we're still doing it, but we're going to go live just so CC can also be included. But we were thinking about what should the next one be because we want to do 2 of these per year. And then I was getting cruises on my TikTok and shit. And I was like, I ain't been on a cruise in a minute. I was like, oh, that's the next one. We got to do a cruise for the next one. Hell yeah. So if you can't make this one, we'll do more. We will do more for sure. For sure. Who's down for the next one? Let me get because y'all gonna see the content that I post from this one. And those of you who are on the fence are gonna be I should have went. So okay, you will have another opportunity. Will you do lives from Dallas? Yeah, it'll probably won't be Q&A. I'll probably just go live so y'all can kind of be included. Y'all can see what we're getting into. There will be a lot of people going live. I'm sure Hannah's gonna go live there. I'm sure Danny's gonna go live there. Nadine probably. Nadine, you a TikTok person? You post content? I don't know if she's still here. I'm scared of a crew. We gotta get you over that. We gotta get you over that. You not? We'll fix that when we meet in person. We'll fix that when we meet in person. I'm looking forward to meeting y'all though. Yeah, cruise ain't scary, man. It's just like you're in a resort. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. I don't know if we're doing carnival though. I don't know. I don't know about carnival. I don't know about carnival. This probably would be scary for people that are anxious. Recommend not go. Hannah want to do carnival. We'll put it to a vote. We'll put it to a vote which one we'll do. Cause I know that is the party one, right? We will put it to a vote. I'll give Virgin a try. Virgin Cruises. Come to Europe next year. Maybe during the summer. Y'all ain't got AC though, right? Don't y'all not have AC? Hell no, then. Hell no. No, I would need a map of the AC. I don't need the map to show me anywhere else other than where the AC at. Because if you ain't got no AC, that's certainly not a summer trip. We're going to probably do this in Q1 every year and in the summer every year. And you ain't got no AC, I can't do it. I cannot do it, baby. Hotels and all public places have AC. Okay. Good, Nadia. Appreciate you, love. I will look out for your event trip. I'm new. Welcome, sweet baby face. I'm glad when we get new members to the family, to the congregation. Appreciate you, Betsy. Shiv gonna be the wildest one. She told me in private. So I know you think Hannah's gonna be throwing ass, but I will have you know, these cakes also move. I said, Shiv. Oh. Show me. But no, I think we're gonna have some good. We have some dope people coming through. It should be a good time for sure. It should be a good time for sure. Elise also popping out. Hannah Shift said, look out. Elise popping out. She gonna teach us a skating class. Gonna teach us how to skate backwards. I can never figure that shit out. What is it? It's like an angels in the outfield situation. It don't seem natural. I love be that smooth skater. Like Usher and shit. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, Naiku. One of them. You said leg bubbles? She said these cakes gyrate too, right? Right. Hannah taken. I gotta ruin her market because I ain't going. Right. Right. Yeah, CC, don't bring them kids on the cruise ship. It's not the time nor the place. Gotta get those thigh abductors correct if you want to skate backwards. Is that right? So you gotta be in good shape. I see. All right, people. Well, I got to head out. I got calls coming up. So, again, if you're new here, make sure to follow. I'll be live again tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want coaching, DM me the word coach. I'll send you a link for it. I can't even skate for it. Crazy. My son will outdance you and get the ladies, Marquette. Hey, I'm all for it. This ain't no competition. Let them cook. What else? Yes, again, like I said, if you are wanting to watch the replay of the lives, just go on YouTube. Link in bio for that. It's at The Signal Dating. Appreciate the mods. Appreciate the chat. I will see you all tonight. Y'all take care.